And welcome to this video. In this video we'll be talking about sets in Python. So in the previous videos we have talked about simple variables, list, tuple, how are they different. Now let's talk about something different, that is sets. It's not that different from list and tuple, but it has some unique capabilities. So sets are unique and unordered lists. What I mean by that is, let's first create a set. Let's say set grade equals to, now for the sets we will use curly brackets and we will have 100, 80, 70, 90 and 75, same as what we had for the tuple. Now let's get rid of all those things and let's print set. Let's print grade, that is the tuple, and let's print set grade. Save it and then just print it. So now when I'm printing it, first it prints the tuple as it is. It says 100, 80, 70, 90, 75, pretty much what we expect, pretty much what we see from here: 100, 80, 70, 90 and 75. Now what happens when I am printing a set is, for the fourth line, print set grade, it prints with a set and then it prints 80, 90, 75, 100, 70, which is not the same order that we put in the elements in our code. What set is in the set, order doesn't matter. So if I print again, if I run the program again, it is not necessary that 80 will come in the first. 80 will be printed first. It might be 75 will print first, or 90, or any of the element can be first, second, third and fourth and fifth. The order doesn't matter in a set. So if I run it again, we got this pretty much we got the same thing, but it's not necessary for it to occur in the same manner. Again, now if I include 75 again here and here, what will happen is the set will ignore this 75, but the tuple will have those two 75s. So if I run again, you can see we have 180, 90, 180, 70, 90, 75, 75. But in set, we don't have two 75s. We just have 175 included in the set. So set doesn't care about repetition of elements. It will only take the unique elements. So if you have 3, 4 repetition of a particular element, it will simply ignore it. So now we saw that if I want to print the first element of the grade, I can just say grade 0, and if I run the program, it will just print the first element in the tuple. Same thing applies for the list. If I have square brackets, that will make this a list, and I can go ahead and it will give me the same result. But with sets, what do you think will happen if I do this? Well, in the set there is no such thing as a first element or the 0th element, because this is unordered. We can't say this is the 0th element or this is the 0th element. They don't have ordering, so they don't have a 0th element, so it should give me an error. So if I run this again, it printed this line perfectly, but it gave me an error. Object doesn't support indexing. Set object doesn't support indexing. So now you will say, well, why do I need sets? We will see in the future videos that sets are very important. We will solve some crucial problems which is very easy to solve, or which is the good way to solve using sets. if you have the concept of sets in your brain, you will be able to solve some of the problems in very limited time. What I mean by that is it may be O of n or O of so the time, what I'm talking about is it's time complexity, the time needed to solve a particular problem. So by using sets, it can save some time in some particular problems. We'll be solving some problems related to sets in future videos. Sets can be used to check two sets and check if they are the same sets. Does those elements have, and does those two sets have elements in common? They can be used in all sorts of set operations. It is the same set that I'm talking. If you have done some mathematics, you might have known sets: union, intersection, subtraction of sets. Those all things can be applied in Python too. So now if I am doing this is giving me an error. So in list, not in a tuple is immutable, but in list I can change the zeroth element or the first element or any element to a particular number, but in set I won't be able to, because again they are not indexed by any number. So let's do some set operation. So let's declare another set, set grade 2 equals to some numbers. Let's say pick some random numbers, and now what I can do is I can print set grade dot intersection set grade 2. Now what this function will do is this function will print the intersection of the set grade and the set grade 2. What the intersection means is what are the common values that this two set has. So it has 100 in common, it has 80 in common. Rest of all the things are not common. So it will give me 80 and 100. This is the set grade, and this is the intersection of set grade and set grade 2. In a similar fashion, I can also do union. What the union will do is it will combine the both of those sets and will give me a new set, or will print a new set. I can also do set subtraction. So I can subtract set grade 1 and set grade 2 and print the result. It will give me 90, 75, and 70. It will remove all the elements that are in common in those two sets and will just retain those elements which are not common. This is very important when we are dealing with different sets of data coming through. We can store in a particular sets and see what data are common and print it out. What data aren't common. If the data are not common, we can do a security measure that the received data and the data that we have is not common, so we won't go ahead and print anything or do anything. It can be used in a security purpose. It is used in various different fields depending on what your program is asked to do. So sets are very powerful things to keep in mind. So this was very introduction or a very entry level set introduction to the sets. It will be very better for you to go ahead on and search on Google for problems or projects related to the sets. In the next video, I will try to put up some questions that we can go ahead to try to solve it. I will give you the questions, you can go ahead and try to solve them. Then I will come up with the solutions to give you an idea how we should solve them. Before that, I might go ahead and get you started with loops. So thank you for watching this video. Until next time, bye.